Hi guys, I haven't done a video of any type in a little while. I thought I'd do a quick unboxing here tonight, show you a little something I picked up at Best Buy, the Best Buy here in State College. It's a wireless keyboard from a company called jlab, and it also comes with a mouse. The reason I got this is because I have an old first generation Microsoft Surface. Here's a picture of the back, Pokemon stickers courtesy of my granddaughters. And the reason I got the keyboard is because, as you can see, the keyboard that comes with the tablet is kind of attached to, and it's sort of a rubberized keyboard. It's sort of soft and flexible, and sometimes when you hit a key, it doesn't work. I don't know if it's a function of it just being old or just the connection itself. I'll show you that this also can be detached. It's just held on magnetically, and there's pins on the back of this somewhere right about here, and there's also pins on this right there, and that is the connection that makes the keyboard work with the tablet. You can also use this as an actual tablet. It does have a keyboard function built into it. I don't really care much for that. For one thing, is my screen's cracked a little bit. Certain sections of the touch screen don't work properly anymore. I just like having the keyboard, and I like this one because it's small. It's not a full-size one, so it'll actually fit in the bag that I have. I have a backpack that I keep my tablet in, and once this is out of the box, everything goes in the backpack, and it's pretty easy to tote it around when I need to. So what I do with this is I just lay it upside down, and I actually use that as a mouse pad. And this is the USB port I got, so that I have a little more functionality with it. So let's just open this up real quick and see what we got. Let me put this back on and get it out of the way. It just kind of clicks into place. You could probably hear that. And like I said, it sometimes doesn't work properly. Not sure why. So let's see here. Let's see what we got. Has all this stuff. It's pretty well taped. So bust that open real quick. Okay. Put the knife down before I cut off a finger. And these little tabs pop out. If you get the tape cut. Okay. There we go. So now, let's see what we have here. Now, first off, remove that. It's what protects the mouse while it's in the box. And here's your little USB dongle that goes with the mouse. So let's have a look at the mouse. It's just a basic mouse, nothing too fancy. Does have a roll bar on it and just two buttons to push up and down, clickers, whatever you want to call them. And it works through infrared. I believe it did come with batteries, because there's a pull tab here. I'm not actually going to bother with that just at the moment. And here's the little wireless USB dongle that plugs into your computer. Now, this is the keyboard. this real quick. As you can see, it's quite small. I would say it's probably less than a foot wide, maybe 5 or 6 inches. And it does have a little bit of an elevation back here so that when you set it down, it's at a bit of an angle to make it easier to work with. This obviously, this white strip will come off. And this is pretty similar to what I had before. Now, I did not totally read the instructions yet, but when I was looking at it online, it looks to me like that the USB that comes with the mouse somehow connects through into the keyboard so that you don't need to have another USB attachment separately for the keyboard. And here it is in the box, instructions on how to hook everything up and get it functioning. And it also came with a set of batteries. I believe the keyboard needs 2 AA batteries as well as the mouse does. And if I'm looking at this, it shows you how to power it up, shows you how to connect the dongle, shows you how this also connects. It connects Bluetooth, instructions on the functioning of the keys, shows you how to put the batteries in. And if you hear a little music in the background, it's Tuesday, so that's the ice cream man making his way around the block. Okay, let me get a closer look at this. Okay, it shows you how to switch it on and pair it with your Bluetooth. And I did read when I bought this, I'll give that a try at a later date, that you can actually use this keyboard with your phone. If you do any work on your phone, you can actually use this keyboard to do that, which is kind of a neat feature. And I'll try that out at a later date. I'm not going to hook this all up right now. I just wanted to give you a quick look at it. So again, there's the keyboard. As I said, that white strip will come off. And if you look at it from behind, this little area right here, that's the batteries go back there. And if you look at it at a bit of an angle, you can see it's raised a little bit. Has little rubber feet on it. So that allows the keyboard to be a bit of an angle whenever you're using it, which will make it a little bit easier to type with. And I'm not the world's greatest typist, I'm not even close, but it'll do what I need it to do, so I'm looking forward to giving it a try. As I said, I think I paid like maybe $29 for this little setup, which isn't too bad. I had one before. It was just a keyboard and I had a separate mouse already. And I paid like 20 bucks just for the keyboard. So when you consider the price of the keyboard with the mouse, I probably had about the same amount in that as I have in this. And I'm going to show you the back of this here. And see if you can get a look at this. It'll show you what all it's capable of doing. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that at all. So I'll just read it real quick. Connect via Bluetooth or USB wireless dongle, so you can use it with the dongle or Bluetooth. Ultra compact design. 4 silent click buttons. Easy switch between 3 saved devices. So you can actually pair this to 3 separate devices, just this one keyboard and mouse. And it's RHLH compatible with Windows, Mac, or Chrome OS. As we said with the mouse, it's got a left-right button, clicker, scroll wheel, and there's a middle button here, DPI. This is connect via Bluetooth or wireless dongle. Again, easy switch between 3 saved devices, laptop, phone, tablet, or more. Ultra compact design with quiet laptop keys. Accessible shortcut features to improve productivity. So it's got all the standard shortcut features along the top. Easy access media knob. That's the little guy right there. That's the media knob right there. Just spins. And it's also powered by AAA batteries, and it is switchable between operating systems, Windows, ISO, Mac, Android, and Chrome, so it'll work on any of those. And then there's a little bit of a deal here on showing you where the switches are. Show you real quick. That right there is the on-off switch for the keyboard. Again, the shortcut keys are along the top, and the mouse right there, I don't know if you can see that, that is the power switch for the mouse. So it's got a lot of nice little features for it. At one point here soon, I'm gonna get it hooked up and use it on my laptop first and see how that goes. And at some point later, I might try to use it on my phone. I don't really, never used a keyboard with my phone, so maybe it'll be something I can play around with and might be useful. I'm sure a lot of people would find that very useful. And as I said, it's compatible with all the operating systems, which is nice. And that's pretty much it for right now. I just wanted to give you a quick look at it. I'm going to put everything back in the box for right now and play with it a little bit later and see if I can get it sorted out. After I use it a little bit, I might come back with a little follow-up, like a review of the functions and how well it worked and all that. I'm sure I won't have any trouble with it. As I said, I had one of these before that I used. It was a very similar keyboard. The only real difference was it didn't come with its own mouse, and it was not, that one was not Bluetooth capable. You had to use the dongle and run it through the USB ports that way. So, other than that, I'll get back to you on how it works, let you know what I think of it at a later date here after I get a chance to actually try it out. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys looking at my videos. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And there's a lot of different content on my site. I don't do any one thing in particular. I do unboxings, reviews. I have a lot of shorts on there. A lot of them are my dog and other things. And just a little of this, a little of that. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and have a good evening, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a good night.